the Chase Thomas Podcast. For people who have nothing but time to kill.
I think he's back. Okay. So Akpara can be back for one more year.
Yeah. Yes, but Akpara is not a guy that I see like having taken next step, carry you offensively ceiling.
Yeah.
So
not unless he transfers to UNC. Final thing here, Ryan Schumpert. Tennessee baseball season review. Kavares Tears. Did he exceed expectations for you coming into this year when you think back what you thought he was going to be? Your favorite Kavares moment this season and your biggest surprise when it was all said and done with Kavares Tears Tennessee career here?
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely exceeded expectations. A guy I was high on going into the year, but like I think my bold prediction on our RTI preview podcast for the season was Kavares Tears hits 15 home runs, and I was like, yeah, that's bold. He has 17 career hits at this point and 2 career home runs. Well, he shattered that, ended up hitting 21-22. So definitely exceeded expectations. Best moment. This has been on the rundown for a few weeks, Chase, and I thought we were maybe saving it for Jack to be back on, so I didn't pull up the stats.
Jack, I can't look. Jack Foster, like, where is he? Where
we can't find Jack. We're not sure where he went. He's disappeared on us. Football's back, and we've lost Jack, folks. It's sad, really.
We're all trying to find him. We know
yes.
Ethan's out on vacation. Ethan will be back soon. Jack, who knows? Jack's too big for us. He's just too big. Who knows where Jack is?
I think the two moments I think about, maybe a regular season moment, because when you win a national championship, obviously, most of the time you think of stuff that happened in the postseason. Regular season moments, that home run he hit at Kentucky in Game 3, in that crazy game. And that was, if my memory serves right, a long at bat, a 3-2 at bat that he battled, and he just turned on that ball and hit a ball that you saw the ball flight sitting there, being in person at the game. You saw the ball flight. You thought, all right, that's a double down the line. And it just was just a line that kept on carrying into the Tennessee bullpen. So that's my regular season moment. I think my postseason moment just is what he did in Omaha, especially kind of the first half of the College World Series. It'll be the moment in the ninth inning that I think a lot of people will forget in the Florida State game, that he let it off with a double to center field. Almost the true dagger of the tournament. And Game 3, the line drive that he hit off the top of the wall that probably every other park Tennessee played in all season would have been a home run, but which led to the crazy Inslee slide. And then just the fact of what he did defensively. That I think that's what I'll remember most about Kavares Tears' time at Tennessee, or at least what stands out to me, maybe less than remembering. This is a guy who came in with no position. I remember watching him his first fall at Tennessee, and it's like, this dude can kind of rake. Like, he's really talented, was a pudgy kid. You knew from talking to people, he wasn't going to play that season. I guess which would have been the 22 season. He played some first base. He played a little bit of corner outfield. Didn't really look comfortable anywhere. Not a very good defender. And he went from a guy that, and I wrote about it this year, spent his entire 2022 season redshirting, shagging balls, Jordan Beck yelling at him from the batter's box when he was making mistakes, shagging balls, to an all SEC and all American type defender, or all SEC defensive type defender. And not only was he really good in right field with that huge arm, which you saw the potential from early on, what he did in Omaha when Hunter Inslee was out / having DH, he moved to center field. He made a play that maybe not quite as impressive as Hunter Inslee's, but of the same ilk. And he was just a phenomenal defensive player and a completely complete baseball player. And I think that's what'll stand out. Tennessee's had a ton of incredible developmental success stories, but he's one that I will always point to as a guy that waited his turn, got a whole lot better, naturally talented from day one, but got a whole lot better in a lot of different areas and made plays at a huge stage. And Tennessee doesn't win the national championship without him.
Yeah, I think part of it was just that we thought he would be maybe lefty Jordan Beck, and he turned out to be just Jared Dickey with more power. And that turned out to be a really, really great player. And obviously, too, the outfield stuff. Like, you just didn't know. You were hoping he'd be passable back there. And he was actually an elite outfielder. Like, Tennessee actually needed him with Hunter Inslee getting banged up. Like, he was able to play center field and right field. Like, Kavares just was like like I said, he was Jared Dickey in a lot of ways, where he was just a multi-talented. He was what?
More swing and miss than Jared Dickey.
But not much. Like, Kavares was a tough out. Like, he had some little blips here late in the year, but he was Jared Dickey. I mean, it's hard to top Jared Dickey's. I mean, I guess on this, Dylan Dreiling was probably the closest to Dickey on this year's team of just the swing and miss ability and just how hard it was just to get him out. Every time he came up, maybe Reese Chapman there a little bit down the stretch too. Reese Chapman, I think it's gonna be really good going next year. But Tears, just the power, the big moments. He was up for big moments. He slid around the lineup, 6th, 4th, like he was in different spots, different parts of the outfield. Like I can't say enough good things about Kavares Tears, and I'm gonna miss him. Unfortunately, like we're not gonna get him and Dreiling for one more year because they were just. I think there was just so many eyeballs, and for good reason, on SEMO and Blake Burke.
Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas podcast. Hell yeah.